everyone, welcome back once again to your favorite channel, that is obviously StudyIQ IS English. My name is Praveen Mishra and we are going to discuss a topic that could be mesmerizing as well as serious in nature, both at the contrary, right? So as what we can see here, $7 trillion in India, what and why? Do you think the present Indian economy and the industries, they do possess the pace as well as the capabilities to create India a $7 trillion economy by the next 5 years? India with ongoing many of the domestic crises, many of the crises being not so logical as well, but the other ones being the logical as well for sure, right? So with utmost amount of issues and disturbances, with a pace of economy that is okay, fine enough, but not even much enough when it comes to the present resources as well as the 1.45 billion of the population approx. But you could be having a distinct answer for sure. But what the Deutsche Bank has to say is different story. So when we talk about the news here, okay, that India's economy can double in size and become a $7 trillion just by next 5 years. It is a statement which has come by the Indian origin Deutsche Bank CEO, right? It has now started a widespread controversy as well as a discussion and debates among the people, those who are pro it and the people, those who are against it. What's your opinion? Please do let me know for sure into the comment box. Yes, I have to admit, we have to admit that India is having ample amount of resources, but the problem is the utilization of the resources. Always, cutted with the dirty politics, the vote bank politics, and into the political vendetta among the parties. The people, they have faced a lot. No doubt in that Indian manufacturing sector is performing, even after such type of an issues, is performing good enough, well enough. But as I stated a couple of minutes back, good enough, well enough, but not sufficient enough. See, performing good enough and well enough is one thing, and being sufficient on the, sufficient lines is another thing. Okay. If I'm having Ferrari and I'm driving it at 20-30 kilometers per hour, then for sure it's not a question to the capabilities of Ferrari. It's the question on my driving caliber, right? So this is what is happening in next 5 years. That is, presently we are touching $4 trillion economy. Remember, we are touching $4 trillion economy in the third month that is ending today. That is the March 2025. So what the Deutsche Bank CEO has to state, within next 5 years or even less than 5 years, what we can count, that is India to reach $7 trillion economy. Please do let me know your opinion into the comment section. Okay. So, but for which he has also given some certain reasons as well as some certain advices or suggestions. If we want to become a $7 trillion economy by the year 2030, we should focus on inclusive growth, where rising per capita income and structural transformation drive sustainable and equitable prosperity. Okay, where we should focus on inclusive growth, and apart from that, focusing more and more and more on a economical concept or a fact that is known as per capita income. So the two things what the CEO, Mr. CEO of the Deutsche Bank has to state, that $7 trillion economy is not a dreamboat and it is not a far distant thing in case India follows the concept of firstly the inclusive growth, that is the financial inclusion. Apart from that, focusing on the growth of the per capita income. Okay, so Kaushik Shaparia, as you can see the name, CEO India and Emerging Asia of the Deutsche Bank, which has a balance sheet. See how big the bank is, of 1.45 lakh crores and 23,000 employees, says India has the potential to achieve 7 to 8% or even higher growth rates. Instead of comparing growth figures with other economies, India's progress must go beyond more expansion, and it must be anchored in inclusive growth, where rising per capita income and structural transformation drive sustainable and equitable prosperity. Okay, so What are the components of per capita income and inclusive growth? Okay. See what the further statement has come before proceeding. It is not difficult for India to double in size and become a $7 trillion economy by 2030, okay, as compared to the 2023 level, okay. So the facts that we need to understand. First of all, how do I define this word that is known as financial inclusion or inclusive growth? Okay, the first thing that you need to make it clear in your mind. Financial inclusion. Financial inclusion as in, simple in layman's term, what we can say, getting bank account to whom? For everyone, okay, to every single citizen, the one who is eligible. So this is in layman term what the meaning of financial inclusion is, or inclusive growth could also be conducted inside that. Okay, so for this the government in the previous decade has launched a trinity that is known as jam. Yes, not that one that we use on our breads, not even that which is considered with traffic. Okay, it is another jam, that is J stands for Jan Dhan. That is a Jan Dhan Yojana. Basically, you would be able to open a zero balance bank account. Okay. A stands for Aadhaar, linking your Aadhaar card with your bank account. And yes, linking your Aadhaar, the M stands here, that is mobile. So your mobile is linked with your Aadhaar is linked with your bank account. And basically these both are also linked with something that is known as permanent account number card, in short PAN card. Okay. So this is what the government's initiative has been, that is in the name of financial inclusion, okay, that is getting bank accounts to each and every citizen, okay, and it is also a factor or a component of the inclusive growth. So the fact that is here in front of us, India's last ranking before the world's doing of business, World Bank ease of doing business report. See, ease of doing business report is now no longer provided by the World Bank. It was lastly in the year 2021 when it came out. Okay. So the last report specifically of the World Bank's ease of doing business index gave India a good boost, a good confidence, as a good motion of thanks as well we should be having, that India ranked 63 in the year 2020 after 14 places from 77th in 2019. Right. So the last data with regard to the World Bank's ease of doing business index, that is EOBD, India held 63rd position, which was in the previous time in 2019 years data, it was 77th. And before even that, around by 2013 data or 14 or 15 data, we were above 100. 2015 something, I guess we were nearly 130. Then we jumped below 100 in 2016, 17 and so on. And presently that is the last report of the World Bank. Once again, the name of the report, Ease of Doing Business, coming from World Bank. It stated that India is holding the position of 63. Okay. So when we talk about the further of the facts, according to the IMF and the World Economic Outlook, okay, IMF's World Economic Outlook actually, GDP per capita of income per capita of India in 2025 is projected as $2,937 at current prices. India is at 143rd position out of 149 countries, 194 countries. So a data that is really troubling for us. Okay, what is the present stand? In the per capita income, we are 143 out of how many? 194 economies, that is basically the countries. Okay, not a very good data, not a very satisfactory data. Okay, so what is the logic? 143rd position out of 194 economies in the terms of GDP, that is nominal, not the real. And when it comes to in the 1993 era, India's GDP per capita was 6.46% of the global GDP per capita. It improved 20.4% in 2025. India's nominal per capita income is 48 times lower than that of the richest countries. Means if India it is X, okay, then the richest countries or the developed countries, they are 48x. And when it comes to the comparison with the lower countries that are not bigger economies, so we are 18.83 times greater than the poorest countries. Okay, so India is at 38th position even when it comes to Asian countries. In Asia, there are only two major economies. Think about the irony. The greatest two economies of Asia is India and China. China being rank one and India being rank 2. Okay. Chalo, if we even induct Eurasia, that is Russia also here, then also India will be rank 3 coming to the concerns of economy. So, being the rank 2 or rank 3 in Asia when it comes to the biggest economies, then also India holds 38th position in per capita income. And globally 143rd out of 194. That means somewhere our economy is disturbed a lot. And the reasons are India's heavy reliance, heavy dependency on exports, on imports. We are always in the trade deficit. Our current account, every year it represents deficit, right? So based on the purchasing power parity, the GDP per capita of India is projected at 11,938 US dollars by 2025. And it is almost 46.8% of the world GDP per capita. Data not much satisfying, but fine enough. So the world ranks is 125 and the Asian rank is 35 for India when it comes to GDP per capita. Okay, concerning PPP. So what is the global rank? 125. What is the Asian rank? 35. Even in the PPP per GDP, okay, GDP per capita income when we take care of, then also we are far behind. In Asia also 35, globally 125, okay. So nominal GDP per capita or GDP per capita at current prices is estimated at 2,35,108 at against 2,15,936 for the preceding years, okay. So okay, there is a rise, but the rise is also somewhere nowhere satisfactory. Okay, literally we are out of the box when it comes to GDP per capita, when it comes to growth rate, when it comes to the human development index, when it comes to the human happiness index. Even Pakistan is happier than us, including the other areas that are war-ridden, that is Palestine, Iran, Iraq and so on. Okay, and the factors are here and we know it very well. We are troubled because of a comedian has made a joke. We are troubled because somewhere there is a mandir, somewhere there is a masjid. We are troubled because there is a set of community that is praising Pakistan. There is a set of community that is praising Bangladesh. There is a set of community that is praising Israel. Okay, so we are troubled here only. Okay, we do not care about economy. Chodo ye sab hota rahega, right? So what is per capita income? So per capita income of a country is measured of the average income earned by an individual in 1 year. Okay, the per capita of India is calculated by dividing the national income, not India, anywhere. Okay, the per capita is calculated by dividing the national income of India by its total population. Let's say for example, just for example, okay, per capita income or the actual the factors of our national income is of India 1,000 rupees. Okay, so how it is calculated? Per capita is calculated by dividing the national income of India by its total population. So let's say for example, the total population is 1,000. Okay, and the per capita income, let's say for example, is 25. So what we have to divide? Let's be very clear. income of India, the per capita of India or anywhere is calculated by dividing the national income. Okay, so we have to divide national income by total population. So what will be the figure? That will be the per capita income of any country. Okay, so simply national income of India by its total population. Simply that will be the figure, that is per capita income. So what is the fact? This represents the average annual income and not a measure of an individual's wealth as a whole. Okay, so it doesn't represent the wealth of the individual as a whole. No, it just represents the average annual income of the whole nation rather than an individual. So it is not a microeconomic concept, it's a macroeconomic concept. Okay, so when we talk about the calculation of per capita income in India is done by the Central Statistical Organization and also the RBI. Okay, so who calculates in India, which is the nodal agency for the calculation of per capita income? So it is, yes, Central Statistical Organization as well as RBI. And when we talk about international organizations, those who take care of the per capita income, so they will be IMF and World Bank. They do provide us periodic reports when it comes to the per capita income of the whole globe. So in India, Central Statistical Organization as well as RBI, and globally it will be the IMF and the World Bank. Okay, so talking about the questions with related topics. Okay, which of the following limitations of per capita income is most significant when comparing countries with larger population disparities? Okay, so limitations or drawbacks of per capita income when it comes to comparing the countries with larger populations. What is the correct answer? So the correct answer will be B, that is, it does not reflect the country's income distribution. Okay, it has nothing to deal with country's income distribution. Okay, next, which of the following is used to adjust per capita income for inflation? How do I adjust or represent per capita income, okay, when it comes to inflation adjustment? Okay, so will it be nominal, real, or GNP or HDI? So the answer will be yes, it will be only and only the real GDP. Okay, so real GDP is only used to adjust inflation when calculating the per capita income, as it provides a more accurate data as compared to the nominal GDP. Third question, which of the following best defines inclusive growth? So is it A, that is growth that is focused on maximizing the wealth of the top 1% of the population? B, growth that ensures benefits are shared by all sections of the society, especially marginalized groups? C, growth that only considers economic indicators such as GDP growth? Or D, growth that only focuses on urban areas and larger industries? So what do you think? Correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is B, that is growth that ensures benefits are shared by all sections of society, especially the marginalized groups, okay, without any discrimination and so on. So what is the main benefit of linking Aadhaar with Jan Dhan accounts as part of the JAM initiative? Why do I have linked Aadhaar with my bank account? What is the primary focus or the need? So increased interest rates on saving accounts. B, facilitation of DBT. C, reduced taxes on banking transactions. Or D, increased foreign investment in the bank. So obviously foreign banks has nothing to deal with the Aadhaar card linkage. Reduced taxes also has nothing to deal with, as well as increased interest rates on savings accounts also has nothing to deal with. So what is the correct answer? B, that is facilitation of DBT, that is the direct benefit transfer, basically identifying the actual beneficiaries, all those who are considered as the actual beneficiaries, because of which Aadhaar linkage is important. Okay guys, so that's it from my side today in this session. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you did, and apart from that, if you wish to connect with me, so you guys can connect with me over my social media handles. That is, as Instagram, it is Praveen Mishra _2107, or you want to connect with me over Telegram, so you can connect my Telegram channel, that is study_with_Praveen. So guys, wherever you are comfortable, you guys can connect and let me know all of your doubts there. Okay guys, so that's it from my side today. Please do subscribe for the channel if you haven't done, and stay updated with the latest updates of the channel, as it is providing you all of the information and knowledge needed for you to convert your status, that is from a common man to the IAS, IPS or whatsoever officers you want to be. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye, good day, take care, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.